Slamming your brain through a table of wrestling knowledge.
Oh my God, what's gonna happen? Oh my God!
Breaking down the week's news and rumors. The Spanish Announce Table.
Woo!
194 episodes of the Spanish Announce Table. That is what you're listening to right now. I am Captain Awesome. Over there is T-Mac.
Come on with it. What up with it, boy?
It's the Spanish Announce Table. T-Mac, interesting week of wrestling, but besides the wrestling, before we get into that, how are you? How's T-Mac?
I am pumped beyond belief. I have the UFC making their debut in Kansas City for the first time in their promotional history, and I am going to it. Tomorrow at noon starts the open workouts. Friday at 5 is the weigh-ins, and then Saturday is the fight night. And doors open at 2, fights start at 3. They don't end until 10. It's going to be a great freaking 3 days of my life. I wrote papers in college about how much I wanted the UFC to be in Kansas City, and now, that was 2008, 2009. Now, 2017, they are finally here. After following this thing as much as any other fan could, my dream of finally watching the UFC in my hometown is reality. And on top of that, 2 of my friends will be on the card fighting. Zach Cummings and the most exciting fighter in all of mixed martial arts, and that is not hyperbole.
I agree
That
with
is a fact. Tim Elliott will
He's a
be
G.
on the fight card. We have a world title match with Demetrius Johnson and Wilson Hayes. We got Thug Rose Namajunas versus the karate hottie Michelle Watterson. We got Jacare Souza versus Bobby Knuckles. This is going to be so freaking great. And it's been a great week of wrestling. Come on with it. Woo! My nipples are hard. What? How are you?
What?
How are you?
I'm great.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
What's new with you?
Not a whole lot, man. We've just been working on the house. We upgraded the living room a little bit that you've been at before numerous times. That big fireplace is now gray, and a new color scheme and some curtains up and some new stuff in that room. So we've been doing adult stuff, man, taking care of the yard and stuff like that, trying to prepare the house. So trying to be
exhilarating
and working. Been super busy at work, so I haven't had much time.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah. Ugh. It's that time of year, man. It is that time of year. So, T-Mac, let's just talk about...
Let's start with my 3Ps then.
Let's start with your 3Ps. T-Mac gives us each
You're
week.
still not in routine, right?
I'm not. This is still not routine because it used to be at the end of the show. It used to be the last thing we did. Then T-Mac's like, I want to be more important, so I'm going to be... No, I'm just kidding.
No, I just think we
face.
started off positive instead of me repeating and going, saying, yeah. And I'm trying to be better with my 3Ps as well, not just being so standard WWE Raw SmackDown. So here we go.
Well, you said this was feedback even from some listeners that you said, hey, the 3Ps are great, but you've already said all that stuff throughout the show.
True. Yeah, I definitely got that response. So I wanted to make it more original, and I wanted to give my positive outlook on wrestling a bigger scope and perspective. So let's start it off with P number 1. It is from New Japan Pro Wrestling, the match between Shibata versus Okada. Holy Jesus of Mary Boner. This was insane. Shibata's kicks. I mean, I know about him, right? And it makes sense. And like, yep, I know what to expect. But you still, when you see it, you're like, hey, man, we all know it's fake or, scripted, however you want to say it.
Yep.
Like, you don't have to kick that fucking hard. But man, does he. Whap, whap. And then he does these headbutts that apparently fucking made his brain hemorrhage. But now maybe that's just storyline. We're not sure. So I didn't put it in the news. But, Okada also just taking all the offense from Shibata and just getting his ass kicked. But then Okada with that Rainmaker clothesline, which is so fucking cool. Which, if you know the Rainmaker clothesline, someone in the WWE has somewhat stolen that finisher, Seth Rollins, his new finisher, and made it something in WWE. Anyhow, Okada, best drop kick in all of pro wrestling. Shibata with the best kicks in all of pro wrestling, going at it. It was a fun matchup. I was like literally glued to it at work because I watch wrestling at work, whatever, and it was amazing. So that is P number 1.
P2.
The new SmackDown roster. I love it. What I love the most is it adds depth to the middle of the card, which makes it the hardest to watch pro wrestling. I've always said, if you don't have a strong middle card, it's going to take a lot of effort on the viewer's part, me and specifically, to get to the main event, to the payoff, which is good, right?
Yes.
So SmackDown was awesome, and it was always fun. But before this shakeup, they were starting to get thin in that middle card where it was like Baron Corbin, but now he's starting to get elevated a little bit farther than that. And then who else did you have at the time? Dolph Ziggler again. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So now you have Ty Dillinger, you have Sami Zayn, you still have a Baron Corbin. Then you got Rusev when he comes back. New Day is eventually going to break up, and you're going to get at least 2 stars out of that, maybe even 3, assuming they all, stay within where they should be. And so that middle is going to be so great. And then they add to their main event scene because Nakamura is going to go straight to there. So you got Nakamura, you got Kevin Owens, you still have AJ Styles. Hopefully you have a focused and energized Randy Orton. And so you have that. And then a returning John Cena. You can get John Cena versus Nakamura. Come on with that.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And so I think SmackDown killed it.
Okay.
Loved it, loved it, love it.
P3?
I ain't through with them yet.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman beating the holy shit out of Roman Reigns. I love that. I ain't through with them yet. Because I thought initially, because I even called it, because I think I was on the phone with my girlfriend, and the way they staged that interview, I was like, oh, he's going to get jumped by Braun. That's what I was like, I can tell. They don't do a backstage sit down like that. So I was like, he's probably going to get jumped. And so after he got his head shoved into the wall from that traveling case, I was like, oh, okay, they're going to take him out on the stretcher, poor Roman. And he's like, I ain't through with him yet, and fucking launches his ass off of the loading dock just into the ground.
Yeah.
And then I know it's not real, Regal twins, you douches, I know, but it's still fucking memorable that he flipped, and I'm doing air quotes, flipped an ambulance. That's fucking cool, man. And meanwhile, the chants from the crowds is you deserve it, as he's getting his ass kicked.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And thank you, Roman.
Or thank you, Braun, wasn't it?
Or thank you, Braun. Yeah, thank you, Braun. You deserve it to Roman. It was hilarious.
The you deserve it chance when he's getting his ass kicked. That's the funnest part for me.
Yeah, getting put on the stretcher and they're chanting, you deserve it.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you want to switch roles and let's say that Roman was going to be the heel, that's still funny. It's funny either way.
Oh, it's funny either way. Oh, Jet and Jax were giving you some shit over that, were they? All right, let's...
Well, because I sent him a text. I go, holy shit, did you see that he flipped the ambulance? And they're like, T-Mac, it's work.
T-Mac, no.
Yeah,
bro.
What are you, 10 years old? And I'm like, you shits, I know, but
bro,
T-Mac, no. Cool. Yeah. I told them that Braun Strowman's flip of an ambulance is still more memorable than anything 205 Live has ever done.
Yeah, I don't know a single 205 Live segment, but I'll remember that.
I know Alicia Fox was crazy at one time.
Right.
That was it.
Right. All right. Let's 3P's. Those are great, man. Keep positive throughout the week, because sometimes some of this stuff's going to get negative, as you'll find out throughout the rest of the show. But a lot of it's fun.
I'll review it one more time. 3P's. Shibata versus Okada at New Japan Pro Wrestling. And if I'm saying it wrong, suck my toe. I don't give a shit. Number 2, the new SmackDown roster post superstar shakeup. I think it's from top to bottom the strongest it's ever been, even with losing guys like Miz, Dean Ambrose, and Kalisto and all those guys. And 3, Braun Strowman beating up Roman Reigns.